Do you have a two-house system with an allowance?
I do indeed have a two-house system and an allowance. But if I could just make a brief contribution...
How far are you away from Westminster?
37 miles.
And you need two houses.
And if I could just make this brief contribution to Hang an MP Week, if I could just...
No, but take your time.
OK. Then let me explain why. And I have actually had experience of commuting that distance when my wife was ill. She's fully recovered now, but for a month I did it. And it was an extremely difficult experience. I'll explain why. Because the House of Commons works on clockwork. You have to be there. If you're on a committee, you have to be there precisely. Particularly someone like me. I was number two. Let me explain, my chair. Let me explain. Please just let me explain for a moment. I had to be there. I was
like a job, in other words.
It was like a job. Yes, exactly like a job. If you're the number two in the opposition, essentially you're running the committee. So I need to be there at 9:30 to move those amendments. It's all right it doesn't matter if a Liberal Democrat isn't there, but it matters. But it matters if I'm there. Cheap. But it matters if I'm there. I have to be there. So when I was doing this, I was leaving home at 5:30 in the morning to guarantee that I was going to be there, and I wasn't getting back until about 12 and 1 in the morning. Now, you can do that once or twice, you can do that for a while, but you've got to understand the House of Commons runs like clockwork.
Eric,
and I have never, ever claimed my full allowance. I have always claimed the amount... well, I mean, I publish them. I've always published them on my website.